Hi, and thanks for joining us on Two. And we've got a pair of teams here that know a thing or two about ball movement, Grant.
Yeah, they really do. I mean, there's a great feel that these teams play with. Two of the smartest teams in the league. They focus on sharing the basketball and keeping everyone involved. This is a matchup for the purist.
Now the opening lineup for the Los Angeles Clippers. The two-way threats of George and Leonard are the wing pair. Morris and Zubac play together in the front court. And it's Jackson in at the one.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. Just missed it.
Outside Russell. No good on the triple. Jackson against Russell. Out to Leonard. Morris passes to Zubac. Edwards pulls it in.
Even though he missed it, this is the exact play your offense is designed to produce.
To the inside, Gobert. Denied by Leonard.
This is the power of the claw in action. Kawhi Leonard using his natural gifts to gobble up that shot.
Now here's Jackson. Russell with the ball. He's picked up by Zubac. Gobert passes to Russell. Outside Edwards. Pass to McDaniels. Towns with the ball. Just 4 to shoot. It's rebounded by Zubac. You know, thinking about the Clippers' history, those Lob City days really stand out, Spydi.
Yes, B.A., one of the most fun eras in recent NBA history. Blake and DeAndre throwing down alley-oops from CP3. That team had their own style, attitude. I love watching that Lob City group play.
Now here's Jackson. Basket's good.
The way he glides around the court doesn't look like Jackson is moving as fast as he really is.
Things just don't seem to be clicking for them offensively.
Yeah, they really need to find a way to get back on track.
And Kawhi Leonard gets a whistle that time. That's his first foul. Jackson against Russell. Outside McDaniels. Russell to pass to Gobert. Clock at 6. Second chance shot. Not going to go that time. And it's the Clippers taking it the other way. Here's Morris. Minnesota with the rebound.
Look, he's got all the confidence in the world, but you're trying to go for the big finish. You've got to finish.
Just an incredible display of power. He attacked the rim with both hands.
Most definitely. That was a thunder dunk. Wow. Here's George. After the Timberwolves picking up a basket a moment ago.
The all-around game Paul George possesses is so special. His versatility is what makes him so valuable.
And so he makes both from the line.
Money from the stripe. He does a great job night in and night out.
And a little over 2.5 minutes gone here in the first. Edwards, a pass to Russell. Shot is good by Edwards.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Wow, that's a defensive breakdown. Can't do that against good scores.
Well, one thing you learn about Anthony Edwards, he does not lack for confidence. He wants to become the best to ever do it, and he believes he can.
You just love how reliable he is night in and night out. His offense is there.
Edwards against George. Left side, Edwards. Russell to pass to Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
That'll be a move to remember. Wow.
Yeah, great creativity in the air. And you see the ambition for greatness in Edwards. But, Grant, is he willing to do the work?
Well, B.A., think about this. He's a quick study. He listens to his coaches with curiosity. And he's driven to achieve the goals they set for him. Yeah, I think he can.
That puts him in the lead.
The aggressive move by Russell. He's got the deep bag of tricks. So tough to stop.
Jackson outside. The three-pointer off the mark. Minnesota in the lead. Boy, the offense has been on point.
They have great timing and great communication. So hard to get stops against them.
Now here's Morris. Boy, he's been patient so far. Nothing yet on the scoreboard. A chance to go 2 for 1.
And you really must play this just right.
And Edwards slams it in.
I just love the strong finish there inside.
Man, he's got that dunker's mindset, doesn't he? Always ready to pounce. Russell against Jackson. Oh, and a slam dunk by Morris.
Good vision, good decision by Reggie. Pushing for a better shot, finds an open man.
3 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Edwards, the pass to Towns. Cans it with nobody near him. Leonard outside. Here's the three. Karl Anthony Towns comes up with a rebound. Oh, got a piece of it. It's stolen by Leonard. Anthony Edwards has been on display for Minnesota. 8 points in the quarter. And some good action in the books as we get back to a game that's been pretty close so far here. All right, guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Timberwolves?
They're unselfish. They're passing the ball well, setting up teammates, playing team basketball, and they're focused.
And the other thing you notice is how determined they've been to get into the paint and get buckets around the rim.
Towns plays the 4 with Gobert in the middle. The backcourt, it's Russell and Edwards. And it's McDaniels in at the 3 slot. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the T-Wolves. That one's good from Morris on the assist by George.
Excellent pass, PG-13, keeping his eyes up, using his vision.
Here's Edwards, pass to Gobert. Back to Edwards. And here's Russell, just 5 on the clock. The Timberwolves need to get off a shot here. Towns, it's deflected. George with it, Towns covering. Takes the 3. Towns with a rebound.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line. And in trading for Rudy Gobert, the Timberwolves taking a Twin Towers approach with 2 7-footers in their front court. Of course, the outstanding shooting of Karl Anthony Towns means that spacing shouldn't be much of a concern.
Now here's Zubac. Oh, misses the dunk. McDaniels passes to Towns. McDaniels against Leonard, right wing. Outside McDaniels, pass to Edwards. Here's the teardrop. Doesn't go that time. And Los Angeles the other way now. Jackson, the pass to George. Now here's Zubac. McDaniels covering. Not sure why he committed the intentional foul. No purpose.
I think everyone's a little confused, but weird plays happen.
We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. From 18 feet away, rebound Minnesota. Gobert's got his 5th rebound in this one. Here's Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
Oh, what a powerful finish. You can feel the impact.
Oh, he's going to be bragging about that one later. And for good reason, too, man.
Fellas, that was ruthless. He threw it down with some authority.
Morris for 3. George for 3. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Towns has got 5 rebounds tonight. Down low. Oh, deflected. Stolen by Jackson. The whistle blows. It's going to be on Anthony Edwards. That's his first foul. And we're now a little over 2.5 minutes into the second. They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by.
Pass to Leonard. Well, as you know, Grant, this game can be so hard on your body. As a player, how do you determine the difference between being hurt versus being injured?
That's a great question, B.A. Look, sometimes as players, you need someone to protect them from themselves. Today's game, the team Teams today are so smart about protecting players and preventing things from getting worse. But it really comes down to the players, the doctors, the team overall, just being smart and having a big picture about the injuries.
Takes the assist and lays it in. Nice setup.
The playmaking of Reggie. A work in progress, but looking good right there.
Russell up top. He's got 6. Towns for 3. The kick out to Edwards. Takes a 3. It's rebounded by Zubats. Zubats has got 4 rebounds now. Morris passes to Zubats. And Gobert with a block.
This is why shooters always have an eye out for Rudy. And if you don't, this could be the result.
For Los Angeles, they've gotten only 2 of 8 field goals to go in the second. George with it, now guarded by McDaniels. And there's the foul. It's on D'Angelo Russell. That's his first foul of the game.
That was a good call. The defense wasn't established.
Pass to Jackson. Up top, Morris. Fades. Jackson, the pass to Zubats. Oh, sweet move. Minnesota with a rebound. 35 seconds left to play in the first half. Here's Edwards. Morris against Towns. Back to Edwards. The rebound by Jackson. Los Angeles has gone 0 for 3 from deep to begin the second. Here's Morris. Yes, and it's Leonard with the assist that time. Morris has got 4 points this quarter.
Great vision on that pass. Kawhi moving it to the open teammate.
Here's Edwards driving to the basket.
Slams it down with 2 hands.
Man, they're really getting aggressive now. George outside. Oh, and the release was before the buzzer, but it's off target. Thanks very much, Allie. We'll be back soon.
15.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard. Boy, you got to like what we're seeing from Anthony Edwards.
Using all that momentum behind him to finish with power. Gotta love watching him dive toward the rim.
His activity level has made an impact, and he is fearless.
Checking out the group for Ty Lue to start the second half. Wall and Powell are the backcourt duo. Terrence Mann is out there with Robert Covington. And it's Batum in at the 5, roaming the paint. Kicks it out to Anderson. Jacks up a 3. The rebound by Mann. The Clippers trail. Well, the Timberwolves struck gold by getting the #1 pick in the 2015 and 2020 NBA draft.
You are so right, B.A. Selecting Karl Anthony Towns and Anthony Edwards, respectively. 2 important players that have already had a tremendous impact on this team.
Here's McLaughlin. Pass to Reed. A slam dunk by Reed.
You see his link, the explosion, making sure of that one.
Outside Wall. Uses the glass on the layup.
So physical for a 1. Wall has the size and skill to do work in the paint.
Here's McLaughlin. Well, he hasn't scored yet, but I'm sure that'll change. Soft touch off the glass. And the Timberwolves lead by 7.
Probably a play they drew up in the locker room at half.
Listen, put the ball in the hands of your best scorers and let them go to work. Keep it simple.
For 3, Covington sinks the tray. Covington's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Here's Noel. 2 minutes into the second half of play now. Pass to Prince. From outside the arc. Here's Reed. Oh, just couldn't take the lid off. They had their chances, came up empty. Wall attacking. Now Batum. Shot from the wing. McLaughlin with the rebound.
Everything worked except for the outcome. You want him to shoot that every time.
Good work there as it goes.
The 7'2" wingspan, Kyle Anderson relies on that and his anticipation skills. Leads to second chance points.
Now here's Wall. And he lobs it up. Boy, left it right in the sweet spot with the lob. Nicely done.
Now that's a textbook alley-oop.
I thought he'd go for the slam, but that worked. Here's Noel. Now covers. To the left side wing. 6 to shoot. Pass to Reed. Shot from the low block. Here's Anderson. And they'll turn it over. Couldn't get the shot off. A shot clock violation. We've got 1:55 left in the third. And Powell with the stuff.
Look at how high Norman Powell gets on these dunks. Loves showing off his athleticism.
Here's McLaughlin. Ball covering. Pass to Anderson. Reed in the post. Guarded by Batum. Yep, count it.
The playmaking ability of Kyle Anderson combines great floor vision with his height and feel.
A minute 15 left to play in the third. Here's Wall. Here's Mann. Powell outside. Here's Covington. And that one hits the back iron. Minnesota's got nothing to fall from outside in this third quarter. Here's McLaughlin. Back to Anderson. Shot clock at 5. Pass to Prince. Shoots over Wall. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. It's on Norman Powell.
Certain things make Prince a tough cover. Strength, long arms, quickness that can surprise you.
And that's good as he hits both shots.
In terms of offense, the Clippers have been up and down in recent years. When they're healthy, they're dangerous. When they're not, it's a struggle.
Now here's Wall. Covington inside. Anderson's there. Out to Powell. Puts up a 3. Pure from three-point range. Powell's got 5 now.
You see why Powell is so valuable. Good athlete, good defender, and can really space the floor.
Here's McLaughlin. An easy 2 on the layup. And the Timberwolves lead by 5.
The defense couldn't collapse quickly enough.
Outside Covington. Pass to Batum. Lets it go from deep. That shot missing. The third quarter comes to a close. The T-Wolves on top, leading by 5. And we're coming right back. Be sure to stay. 3/10 quarters behind us. 1 more to go. Thanks for being with us as we get ready for the 4th. The Clippers shooting just 35% from the floor. Filling in the wings, Edwards and McDaniels. Towns and Gobert, the towering big men at the 4 and the 5. And it's Russell in at the point. So that's the Timberwolves 5. Pass to Towns. Outside McDaniels. Back to Towns. 4-3. Here's Gobert. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair.
Love how Gobert stays active inside, picking up fouls in the process.
He's off on the first.
Coming off his 3rd All-Star performance, it's easy to say Rudy Gobert is one of the best centers in the league.
And Smitty, no question, Gobert, one of the best bigs we have in the league right now.
You're right, B.A. The reason why 3 consecutive All-Star appearances. He's led the league in field goal percentage multiple times. And he's he's a block machine.
Leonard passes to Morris. 6 on the shot clock. Over Towns. Here's Jackson. Ooh, hits the difficult fadeaway jumper.
Able to switch gears at a moment's notice. Jackson beating his man off the dribble.
Edwards against George. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2.
You know, last year was all about forward progress for the Timberwolves, recording their second winning season since 2005, getting on track for future success.
No good on the free throw. So what do you think the keys are that could help Minnesota continue to grow over last year?
Well, you know, there's always room for guys to improve their game, but I think it's really the intangibles, building trust amongst players and becoming a more mature team.
George against Edwards. Here's Zubats. And it's rebounded by Karl Anthony Towns. Towns has got 7 rebounds in the game. Right side, Russell. Fires in the triple. And the Timberwolves lead by 8.
A volume three-point shooter. The coaching staff encourages Russell to fire away.
Unloads. Here's Morris. Pass to Zubats. No luck on that one. Ooh, great D that time from Gobert. Edwards for 3. Rebounded by Kawhi Leonard. Leonard's got 5 rebounds tonight. Zubats with it. Leonard on the wing. Pulls it from the top of the key. And right through it goes. The Timberwolves have gotten just 1 shot to fall out of 3 attempts in the 4th. Just under 2.5 minutes going by now in the final quarter. That shot wide open.
He can do incredible things. He can also help you win by simply being reliable.
George for 3. They get the rebound. Minnesota's gone 2 of 3 from beyond the arc here in the 4th. Here's Edwards. Plenty of space. The shot goes down. Very quick possession right there. And it's an 11-point Minnesota lead. Morris outside. Back to Jackson. Lets the 3 fly. Drains the triple.
Looking at Reggie's motion, it's a little bit of a push shot, but able to get it to go.
Now here's Russell. Outside Edwards. Shot clock at 6. Russell, the pass to Gobert. That falls. Nice assist by Russell.
What you see now with Gobert, he's really improved his strength, making him a better scorer in traffic.
Pass to Leonard. We've got 1:23 left to play in the 4th. Here's Zubats. And it's slammed in by Zubats.
Beautiful location on the pass as usual. Led his man perfectly.
Edwards against George. Towns up top. George with a steal. Morris passes to Leonard. From deep 3-point range. Russell with the rebound. The Timberwolves have gotten 4 shots out of 6 attempts to drop so far in the 4th. Pass to Edwards. The 3 is up. And another 3 for Minnesota.
Leaving nothing to chance. This run shutting the door on them.
Not messing around at all. They were focused, relentless, and they got the job done.
Exchanging buckets from downtown. That's been a staple of tonight's game.
Hey, players love competition, and the fans love it as well.
Outside Russell. Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good.
Honestly, they're just down by too much to mount a comeback.
And you know, disappointment starts to set in a little bit. Fought all night, just wasn't meant to be.
Money from deep.
I mean, unbelievable. It's one thing to be talented, but Kawhi is clutch as well.
Now Edwards. From deep. And the miss. So we see the Timberwolves get the win. Allie, thank you as always. And that's going to do it tonight, folks.
Jefferson. And Greg, something to keep an eye on in this one, the big man. Here we go. Both these teams have talented front courts.
You're exactly right. Both rely on their bigs, and the winner of the game is probably going to be the team that wins that front court matchup.
And the starting group for the Grizzlies. In at the guard spots, Morant and Bain. Adams is the pivot for him with Jackson Jr. at the 4. And it's Brooks in at the 3 spot. Morant against Russell. Outside for Jackson. Good, and the nice assist from Morant.
One of the most dynamic passers to enter this league in a while, Morant. This man is in full control of the offense.
Edwards looking it over. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
And getting the offense started with a high-quality look down low.
And Adams has got the ball here for Memphis. Morant with it. He's picked up by Russell. And that one's good. Morant.
So creative with the ball in his hands. Morant is adept at creating offenses for himself.
Outside, Edwards. Out to Russell. Out to the right wing. Towns for 3. And it's Morant with the rebound. Memphis with the ball. Outside, Jackson. In the corner, it's Bain. Back to Jackson. Morant outside. From past the arc. Sinks the three-pointer. Morant's got 5.
Look, when you're as explosive as Ja, then opponents are going to let you take shots from deep.
Edwards inside. Guarded by Bain. Russell against Morant. 6 to shoot. Towns. And Adams sends it back.
Adams puts every ounce of energy into his defense. He's not out there to contest shots. He's out there to reject them.
It's stolen by Adams. Morant kicks to Bain. Memphis moving it around. There's the pass to Morant. He takes it in, and Morant throws it down.
I don't know, but it seems like Morant's got springs or something in his shoes. Well, if you poll players on who they think the strongest guy in the league, I'm pretty sure Steven Adams would be a top pick.
The kick out to Towns. Russell against Morant. And a wide open look for Bain. And the Grizzlies get it back. Adams finds Brooks. It's another look. And it's Adams getting it to go.
They have to put a body on Adams. He's too good of an offensive rebounder to not pay attention.
Pass to Towns.
2 minutes remaining in the first. 2 minutes.
Off the run. Good, and the assist goes to Russell. And for Adams, his strength makes him difficult, Richard, to deal with.
Oh, yeah, it's the absolute worst. He sets some of the hardest screens in the league, and he's been one of, if not the best offensive rebounders for over the last decade. Look, it takes multiple people to box out that large unit.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Edwards against Bain. Towns for 3. Grizzlies with the rebound. Adams has got his 4th rebound in this one. It's Brooks on the wing. McDaniels defending. And now the Timberwolves on the break. And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. A great opportunity for a three-point play.
And the #1 overall pick in 2015, Karl-Anthony Towns has been the franchise player in Minnesota, but out to prove he can be the cornerstone on a contender.
Morant outside. Brooks right side. Passes to Bain. Rebound, Minnesota. This is his 2nd attempt at the line tonight.
a year ago. 82% on his foul shot, so he was reliable when he went to the line.
And that one misses.
And we've seen Towns take on more of a leadership role over the years, wanting to be the guy for this team.
Edwards kicks to Towns. And they recover. Gobert the pass to McDaniels. Another miss by Minnesota.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Outside Jackson. Back to Morant. He feeds it to Jackson. Memphis needs to get off a shot here. Here's Adams. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall.
And what defense there from Gobert, putting that wingspan to work and not allowing anything easy inside.
And so it's the Memphis Grizzlies with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. And they've done a phenomenal job. And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for Memphis. Here's Russell. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Underneath in the post, Towns and Gobert. Backcourt guards are Russell and Edwards. And it's McDaniels in at the 3, the small forward. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. Out to Edwards. He tried.
And what a creative finisher. Edwards is so fast in how he gets up to throw it down.
Morant with it. Picked up by Edwards. Jackson misses. And so it's Towns with it. Brings it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Trailing by 4. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. Steven Adams picks one up. And the NBA in recent years has gone from measuring players' height in shoes to now, Richard, just in socks. Like, for instance, Draymond Green went from 6'7" to 6'6", although he'll probably argue that with you. Did you get shorter without shoes?
I was one of the rare players that actually rounded lower. I was 6'6" and 3/4 without shoes on, so I would probably be closer to 6'9" with shoes and socks and orthotics. So, you know, look, I was one of the honest ones, so I have no issue with them bringing it back down. So it's fine. I'm glad they're changing it up and we're getting accurate numbers.
And talented in so many ways. Edwards is focusing on 2 things: the refining of his shot mechanics and the sustained level of engagement.
Morant right side. Jackson with it. He's picked up by Russell. Jackson down low. Russell's there, and Jackson gets it to go.
Just like his pops, Jaren Jackson Jr. Yeah, look, this man, when he gets close to the hoop, it is pretty much automatic. You can't let that happen.
Right side, Russell. Over Morant. That one's good, and the Grizzly lead is cut down now to just 2 points with that basket from Russell.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you.
The drive by Baines. Uses both hands to slam it down.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
And you can feel the jolt of energy that he's sent through his team. That is a huge boost in a tight game like this.
You won't find a higher percentage shot in this league. Gobert from ground zero.
Morant kicks to Baines. Off target from three-point range.
And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
Out to Edwards. For Gobert, he gets it there. Outside, Towns. Can't tie it up as that one's no good.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
Back to Bain. Some nice passing there by Memphis. Down low, deflects the pass. Here's Jackson. He dishes it to Adams. Payne for three. That one drops, and he's now 2 for 5.
And that's on the defense there. Gotta know the scouting report and understand that he loves his shot.
And since coming into the league, Desmond Bane, Richard, has quickly established himself as a knockdown three-point shooter.
Yeah, his accuracy and efficiency from out there is incredible. The spacing he provides is why he's a key part of this team.
And priority number one has got to be the finish, guys, not the fancy stuff.
Towns finds Edwards. Out to Russell. Fires from deep. The Grizzlies pull it in. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Pass to Morant. Bane with it. Back to Jackson. Left side, Bane. A rebound by the Timberwolves. Gobert's got his 6th rebound on the night. Bane against Edwards. Here's Towns. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And you got to like Towns being assertive there. When he plays like this, it really makes the defenders uncomfortable.
And Towns drops them both. Here's Morant. He's got 7. Brooks outside. There's the drive. And Adams kicks to Bane. Drills it from outside. Bane's got 8.
The backcourt today as good as it gets. And they've earned the green light every time they touch the ball.
Shot clock and game clock separated by less than 6 seconds. Prince dishes to Edwards. Kicks it out to Prince. The Timberwolves again can't hit. To the inside. Towns with the steal. Russell looking around. Desmond Bane getting it done for the Grizzlies. He notched 8 points in the quarter. Has that terrific basketball instinct on display. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard yet. Desmond Bane really making a difference here.
Man, he's been running wild on them through that first half. Absolute dynamite on offense.
If they don't change their approach in the second half, let's just say his success will continue.
So the Grizzlies 5 right now. Williams is out there with Green. Then it's Brandon Clark. Then it's Jones. And it's Conchar into the 2-guard. And they're running. Reed the pass to Anderson. Back to Reed. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
You gotta take care of the ball. They'll punish you if you're that careless.
That's right. And that's severe punishment right there.
An important 2 points, not just on the scoreboard, but also for a little bit of momentum.
Timberwolves trail by 4. And a minute played as the second half gets going. The pass to Noel. Here's McLaughlin. Shot clock at 5. Kicks it out to Prince. Misses the 3. Memphis leading by 4. Pass to Jones. Williams against Anderson. And there's the foul. And it's on Taurean Prince. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Outside Williams. And he uses the glass on the layup. And the Grizzlies lead by 6. Timberwolves have gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. Here's Noel. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Green against Prince. It's intercepted. Williams up on top. Into the third we go. 2 minutes in now. Green, the pass to Williams. Clark, left side. Pass to Conchar. It's tipped. And Kyle Anderson gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. Just under 2.5 minutes into the third quarter now. Williams outside. Williams with another miss. Timberwolves trail by 6. Here's Anderson. Great pass to set up the lay-in.
That's the kind of aggressive and assertive play they need as we get closer and closer to crunch time.
Jones looking for an opening. Green kicks to Williams. Back to Green for the 3. Bangs on the trifecta. Green's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
How can you forget about him? I mean, he's not going to miss that open of a look.
Noel passes to McLaughlin. Now Prince. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Taken away by Williams. To the paint. Williams with the stuff.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely great. That makes the turnover even more painful.
We know mistakes lead to break. That's just a textbook right there. The quality pass, setting up the quality shot. It's just textbook basketball.
Outside, Jones. And the wide open shot from Green. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Prince against Green. Prince kicks to Anderson. Pass to McLaughlin. Here's Noel. 5 to shoot. And the pass to Reed. Powered down after the assist. Let him into the lane.
And that's how you lead a team. Literally.
Now Jones. Still getting warmed up offensively. No scoring yet from him. Clark finds Williams. Back to Clark. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Williams. And the Grizzlies lead by 6.
You got to know, this is Clark's skill set at this stage of his career. He takes quality shots when he's inside.
Pass to Prince. And again, it's Minnesota converting.
This team really feeds off of one another in terms of their energy.
Yeah, the second half in stark contrast with the first. Coach must have gotten on them a little bit at halftime.
Outside, Jones passes it to Conchar. It's good from long range. Conchar's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
Rate of baskets assisted, it's a stat I really like. It tells the story of how well you are playing team offense.
And so it's the Memphis Grizzlies heading to the bench with a 7-point lead as we wrap up the quarter. Shooting the ball so well in this one. A great performance from... And how about a look now at our assist of the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
A lot of times a spectacular pass is more impressive than a spectacular shot. This is one of those times.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. 2 big men inside, Towns and Gobert. Sliding in at the wing, it'll be Edwards and McDaniel. And it's Russell in at the 1. So that's the lineup for Minnesota. Here's Morant.
Lateral play by Morant, sticking with his shot to ensure he gets himself in the air.
And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Grizzlies. Both free throws good from Morant. Here is Russell. Outside, Edwards. Shoots it. And misses it off the right side of the rim.
I think the defense will live with him taking mid-range jumpers, but maybe just a little bit more resistance.
Brooks finds Jackson. Here's Morant. Adams. Good. And the nice assist from Morant. Adams has got the lead up to 11 now for the Grizzlies.
And this is where Adams has the biggest impact. The closer to the basket, the more effective he is.
And here's Edwards from the arc. A putback, and there's Gobert, putting it right back in.
He'll be around the rim. Defense has always got to know his whereabouts.
Morant looking around. Brooks outside. Adams in the corner. Here's Bain. Clock at 4. Brooks with no one around. Misses off the left eye. The free throw drops for Towns. And so Gobert will bring it up for Minnesota. 8-point game. Edwards against Bain. Right side Towns. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. That's on Jaren Jackson.
A nice intensity from Towns in the paint. Doesn't back off and takes that shot while being fouled.
And he sinks the second. And the Grizzlies leading by 7. Morant outside. Kick out to Adams. Outside Jackson. Just 5 on the clock. In the corner, it's Bain. And the rejection by Towns.
Rejected by Towns. I mean, he's become a great shot blocker.
For Minnesota, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Russell kicks to McDaniels. Pass to Edwards. There's the feed to Towns. Out to Edwards. Over Bain. And once again off the mark by Minnesota. Memphis has gone past the three-point line for 13 of their shots. 6 of 13. It's Brooks on the wing. Morant finds Brooks. Back to Morant. And Memphis with another turnover here. Third minute of action now gone here in the fourth.
2 minutes remaining. 2 minutes.
Morant against Russell. Another miss by Minnesota.
That is not the shot they needed there. You gotta work it around and get a better look.
Jackson passes to Bain. To end the drought. Adams trying to free himself up. And Bain with the layup.
The team-first mindset of Jackson, willing to get the ball to his open guys.
Edwards drawing the double team. McDaniels dishes to Edwards. Knocked loose. Morant outside. And the dunk by Jackson.
The strong finish from Jackson Jr. He goes up with power inside the paint.
Here's Edwards driving to the basket. Yes, that goes in.
And despite the size disadvantage, attacking the heart of that defense.
Really unfazed. Throw his height right out the window there.
Now here's Morant. They can take their time on this possession.
It wouldn't be a bad idea. Just give themselves a little bit of a break.
Outside for Jackson. And there's the pass to Brooks. Payton for 3. That shot off. So Minnesota will take it the other way. No one near Edwards as he lets it fly. On the 3 off target. Grizzlies have gone 3 of 6 from the field so far in the fourth quarter. And Morant throws it down.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
All road wins. They're just so sweet. They're just so sweet. You know why? Because they are so hard to come by.
The Timberwolves again can't hit. Guys, you've got to think a basket here would seal it.
No question. That would be all she wrote.
Brooks against Gobert. Out to Morant. Outside, Bain. 5 on the clock. Over Edwards. Great D that time from Edwards. Pass to Gobert. Top of the key, Russell. Outside, Towns. Fires for 3. The shot misses. So no problem for Memphis as they get the win. And in the win, a comfortable win. And all right, David, thank you. And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast.
Starters. They've got a lot of firepower coming off the bench.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of talent on display for both sides. And that depth makes each team more unpredictable on offense. Both sides have a number of guys who can step up on any given night.
Pass to Morris. Kicks it to George. Back to Morris. And here's Zubats. Parked it down low that time. Got hit with the 3-second call. Here's Morant. On the wing, Brooks. Back to Morant. Jackson outside. And he drops it in from the low post.
Finishing through contact. Jackson showing why a 6'11" guy with real shooting ability is so dangerous.
Now here's Jackson. Here's George. Back to Leonard. Morris on the wing. Clock at 6. The 3 is up. Adams grabs the miss. And now just over a minute played here in the first. Something you can't deny about Marcus Morris. He is a passionate player.
On and off the court, this guy is highly competitive. He's a leader in the locker room. His playing style, to me, would fit with any organization. Smart and tough.
Now here's Jackson. Pass to Morris. The shot off that time. Ooh, good work defensively by Adams. Three-pointer, Brooks. And again, it's the Grizzlies from deep.
You don't want to let him get into a rhythm from out there.
Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
George outside. Looking to win the run. And again, no good by the Clippers.
Well, he tries to answer with a 3 of his own and can't do it. You can't get caught up in the one-on-one aspect.
Jackson outside. Leonard against Brooks. From deep, Morant. That shot, no good. And Los Angeles the other way now. Pass to Leonard. Oh, it's stolen by Adams. Outside Morant. Now here's Adams. And here's Bain. From deep three-point range. Leonard pulls down the board. George against Morant. Tips it up. Controls the rebound and the putback.
And that ends their drought. You could feel the frustration building with each miss.
And you've got to be able to show some resiliency, right? Keep pounding away and it finally falls for you.
Now here's Bain. Brooks outside. Pass to Jackson. 5 to shoot. And And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Morant. Last year, the Clippers finishing 8th in the West. However, they missed the playoffs, Doris.
Right, B.A., but keep in mind, they didn't have Kawhi for the entire season. No Paul George for most of the season. In fact, I thought Ty Lue did an incredible coaching job getting that team to the 8th spot. They just went on to lose 2 tough games in the play-in tournament.
Memphis has gone 2 for 4 from range to start things off. And he floats it in for the easy 2. Credit the sweet setup on that one.
In the paint, Morant stays nimble, and that allows him to make any needed adjustment to his shot.
Out to Leonard from deep. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
You've got to appreciate the consistency. Night in and night out, he brings it.
Morant against Jackson. Here's Adams. The Clippers grab the miss.
Boy, that's the kind of look this offense is designed to create. That's just a tough miss.
Nice move, George. And there's a whistle. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. Jaren Jackson picks one up.
Boy, when we talk about those elite two-way threats, Paul George's name is certainly high on everyone's list.
George hits them both.
Well, this guy has multiple ways to get to the free throw line, and boy, has his stroke been on the money.
Leonard against Morant. Brooks left side. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Brooks has got 5.
And they may have talked about shot selection coming into this.
George against Bain. The kick out to Morris. From downtown. The rebound by Jackson.
Boy, a wide open shot from his favorite spot. That is one he'd like to have back.
And then Morant with the dunk.
And look at those moves in the post. And the smooth finish to go along with it.
Just excellent work around the rim. Jackson, the pass to Morris. Fader on the way. Nails it from beyond the arc.
Well, this is why Mr. Morris is out there. The ability to drain the shot from long distance and spread the floor.
There's Jackson with the 3. Oh, he drains the 3. But let's see. They may need to review it. I'm not sure the ball was out of his...
The previous play is under review.
Look at it again. They need to be certain he beat the buzzer.
And the video is going to be sent to the officials from the replay center in Skijesss. It looked like he got it off in time, though.
After the review, the ruling on the floor is overturned.
So the replay was conclusive, all overturned. And so it's the Memphis Grizzlies closing out this quarter with a 7-point lead. And it's all due to their ability to own the paint. They've been dominant down low. Time for a quick break, then back to the action. And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. What stands out to you from the Grizzlies in this one?
It's simple. The main takeaway from the first quarter is they're winning this game with defense.
I think across the board, a number of guys who've done a great job guarding multiple positions.
The two-way threats of George and Leonard are the wing pair. Morris and Zubac play together in the front court. And it's Jackson in at the point guard position. That's who's out there for the Clippers.
There are nights where it's impossible to stop Paul George. He is such a strong guy who knows how to convert through these plays.
Across the league, we've seen a lower number of free throw shots per game. Doris, has that stuck out to you?
I think we've all noticed it, certainly, Brian. And there was a long stretch of time where the rules tilted heavily in favor of the offensive player. I think now the league is trying to get back to a happy medium where the physicality is allowed to just go up just a touch. And I think it's 100% appropriate.
Out to Leonard. This one for 3. And that comes off the assist by Morris. Leonard's got 6.
No hesitation from Kawhi right there. The ball is delivered. He's ready to shoot it.
Here's Morant. That shot is off. So the Clippers will take it the other way. Oh, stolen by Morant. Jackson outside. On the wing, Bain. Three-pointer. It's rebounded by Morris. Los Angeles has gotten 3 of their 7 threes to find the net in this matchup. Here's George. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D. George has got 5 points in the quarter. Moran against Jackson. Oh, there's Moran with the slam.
So explosive coming off the screen. Morant is sudden and deadly.
It has to be interesting when you're bringing the ball up the court and Kawhi Leonard is the guy coming to meet you. This guy is the embodiment of an elite defender.
His three-point shot looks so pure. The defense allowing him to get comfortable out there.
Morant, pass to Brooks. Outside Bain. Back to Brooks. It's stolen by Leonard. Bain against George. Inside. Here's Zubac. Stolen by Jackson. Outside Moran. To the paint. Adams, the pass to Brooks. Pass to Moran. 5 on the clock. The three from Bain. Good. And the setup by Moran. Morant's got 3 assists now in this one. Leonard really has shown very few cracks in his defensive game over the years, Doris.
BA, I think it's a combination of things. Certainly the physical attributes. He's really long. He's got unbelievable lateral quickness. His defensive instincts and IQ are just off the charts. This guy is as disruptive, a defensive force as we have seen.
The defense there doing whatever they can to protect the rim.
And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for the Grizzlies.
Well, great play down low. I mean, you expect the defense to adjust, collapse maybe, but that should open up things on the perimeter later in the game.
They've also done a really good job taking advantage of miscues. Their defense has been stifling in this one.
And once he gets to the rim, it's fairly automatic.
Nothing fancy right there. Just takes his 2 points, moves on. There's Jackson with the 3, and another miss by Memphis. Jackson, pass to George. To the middle. And George with the jam.
Well, Paul George will work hard to get to his spots offensively. Right now, they can count on him to put the ball in the basket.
Morant, the pass to Brooks. Back to Morant. Down low, Jackson. And the dunk by Jackson.
And Morant is a natural leader, someone who wants to get his guys involved when they're open.
Jackson against Morant. Leonard for 3. On target from range. Leonard's got 6 here in the quarter.
And just shredding apart the defense with his passing. He's helping to pace this offense so well.
And I think they count on him for that. He is a tone setter, extremely unselfish.
On the wing, Bain. To the paint. Here's Brooks. Ooh, solid D from Leonard.
A rare miss for him at point-blank range. That's one he'd like to have back.
Ah, nice shot by Morris.
Yeah, really smart move by Paul George. Feeds a ready shooter instead of forcing his own shot.
Outside Morant. Pass to Adams. Back to Morant. Now Adams. Zubac with the steal. George with it. It'll count. That one no good. Paul George. He's feeling it tonight.
The Grizzlies, 25.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Paul George has been sensational.
They've leaned on him to provide a lot of offense, and that's how he likes it.
And one would expect that the defense made some adjustments at halftime, but he has the ability to answer right back.
On the court for the Grizzlies, they've got John Conchar. Also, Tyus Jones out there. Green out there with Brandon Clark. And it's Williams in at the 4. Conchar drives in. Here's Clark. Oh, it's blocked. It deflects off the backboard. Powell Powell passes to Covington. And the jam by Covington.
Wow, pretty pass from Powell. This guy has great instincts as a scorer. That time sets up his teammate.
Pass to Clark. Oh, Clark with the slam.
Hey, if you give him room, he's going to score the ball.
Los Angeles has gotten 5 of 11 threes to drop so far in this game. Out to Powell. Back to Wall. Here's Mann. Now Wall. Powell passes to Batum. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Well, we know Nick Batum can hurt you from the perimeter. That time he shows you his ups. Go ahead, get up, Nicholas Batum. Well, when you consider if you're trying to guard Norman Powell, the first thing you have to worry about that quick first step. And he uses that first step with a combination of aggression and acceleration. And boy, he can get by you in a hurry.
Jones' shot is good.
Well, Danny Green excels at recognizing when his teammates have open looks and putting it on the money. Nicely done.
Jones against Wall. Fires the three. Here's Batum. The shot, no good. Now Memphis takes it the other way. And you talk about Powell's athleticism. Doris, he is fearless on his drives to the bucket.
I don't want to meet him at the cup, BA, because he could put you on a poster fast. And on the other end of the floor, he's got the wingspan and athleticism to make any assignment something he is capable of handling.
Powell outside. For three, Covington. Fires it. Ball finds Covington. From the arc. Connects from downtown. Covington's got 5 now.
Wow, Mr. Covington letting you know he can put it on the deck and get to the cup. That is nicely done.
Pass to Conchar. And again, it's Memphis with a 3.
Both teams are starting to find a rhythm here.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
Out to Covington. The 3. Knocks down the triple. Give him 8 points now.
Let's remember, Robert Covington is a guy who has hit over 200 three-point shots in a season. You better guard him from out there.
Jones in the post. Wall covering. Williams against Wall. Jones from outside. And again, it's Memphis with a 3.
Great finish. What a setup. Terrific ball movement there.
Out to Powell. Back to Wall. Pass to Powell. On the wing man. Green covering. Here's Batum. And a strong finish with 2 hands.
Oh, not the defensive effort they need to cut into the lead.
Boy, good call. You have to at least try to protect the rim.
It's just too slow to react. You can't afford to sleepwalk through possessions. What's going on out there? Boy, doesn't get any easier than that. What a size advantage, and just goes to work.
Out to Covington. Pass to Batum. From the corner. Rebounded by Green.
Well, he's a quality mid-range shooter, but he can't get that one to go.
Williams finds Clark. Oh, Clark with the slam.
Making sure of it with the 2-hand slam, BA.
Yeah, I don't blame him. With the score this tight, you cannot take a chance here. Here's Mann. It's Covington on the wing. Williams defending. The drive by Powell. Here's Batum. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in. Batum's got 6 points.
Oh, just an easy reverse for him. He has nice feel and touch around the bucket.
Clark with a screen on Wall. Pass to Conchar. To the inside. And denied. He sends it right off the glass.
It would be smart to hold for the final shot.
Well, that's great execution if you can do that, because it takes any chance of momentum away from your opponent.
Here's Wall. The Grizzlies pull it in. Outside, Williams. Out of bounds as Memphis keeps possession.
Just a millisecond late. So close to coming up with a steal there.
Absolutely appreciate the effort, though. He really went after it. So close.
Well, we thought the third quarter was over.
The previous play is under review.
Are going to review the play. They're trying to see if he released the ball before the buzzer or not.
And, you know, from what we are seeing here on the monitor, it looks like he was late getting it off.
The ruling on the floor is confirmed.
And the ruling is in. The call stands. No bucket. So, and while we have a chance, let's go to our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, just shredding the defense with that feed. Zero chance to stop that.
Well, that's what a great pass would do, right? You love the unselfish play.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we'll start the 4th in what is still anybody's ball game. The two-way threats of George and Leonard are the wing pair. Morris and Zubats play together in the front court. And it's Jackson in at the point guard. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Clippers. Shoots. And stolen by Morant. And he's all alone. The finish. And then Morant with the dunk.
And that sequence was all Morant. Excellent work turning his defense into offense.
George against Bain. Stolen by Bain. And he goes up strong with a one-handed jam.
And that's gotta hurt. A turnover for a free run at the rim.
And now we know who has the momentum.
It's still close, though. These teams have been neck and neck. Let's see the response here.
And how about that replay? Man, you got to appreciate the hustle on defense.
And this is exactly why he's out here, in order to block shots in tight games like this.
Jackson against Morant. And the dunk by Jackson. Neither team able to build the lead and sustain it.
After 6 lead changes, it feels like it could come down to one big play.
The kick out to Morris. Pass to George. Lays it up and banks it in.
Well, Paul George has got a tight handle, right? The zig, the zag, and his way through the porous defense.
Morant, the pass to Brooks. And a great assist by Morant as that one goes. And the Grizzlies lead by 3.
And that's a clutch shot by a big-time shooter. And where's the D?
Now here's Jackson. Pass to Morris. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
Well, Marcus Morris is a guy who is unafraid of a little contact. That's a nice play right there.
Both free throws good from Morris. 2 minutes gone by here in the 4th. For Memphis, they've got all 4 shots to go in this final quarter. And Kawhi Leonard gets a whistle that time. That's his first foul.
First personal foul. First team.
Here's Morant. And then Morant with the jam.
Yeah, teams try to get physical with Morant, but he shows exceptional body control off the contact.
And let's take a moment to get your take, guys, on the scoring so far for the Grizzlies.
I mean, they've played some beautiful basketball all game. The passing has been impressive, and it's opened up things with their ball movement.
And the other thing, guys, that they've been very effective at is shooting the long-range jumpers. The defense has been having trouble closing out to them in this game in particular.
Jackson, the pass to Morant. Back to Jackson. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
What a night for Jackson so far. This could be the level of play we see from him consistently in future seasons.
Jackson, the pass to Morris. Oh, and a slam dunk by Morris.
My goodness. Guys, you talk about embracing the moment, burying a key shot. Go ahead, Mr. Morris. We see you doing work.
Here's Morant. Oh, there's Morant with the slam.
Are you serious? That is some power from a point guard.
Oh, I love backcourt players with some ups.
We know versatility is huge in this game. Just a tremendous job finishing that play. Wow.
Leonard for 3. Adams grabs the miss.
I understand why he took the shot. They need the points, but that's just not a good look.
Out of bounds, it'll go to the Clippers. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've played about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter here. Pass to George. Leonard for three. He drops it from range.
Let's remember, this is a former Finals MVP. He will not blink in the biggest of moments.
Here's Moran. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Leonard's got his 4th rebound in this one. George finds Jackson. And it's good. Fought through contact. Hit the shot and will go to the line. That one drops. He ties it up.
In a close game, it's great to have guys you can count on to knock down free throws.
Time called here. The Grizzlies decide to talk it over. A moment to hear from Allie LaForce.
Hey guys, I had a chance to find out what Taylor Jenkins was discussing with his players. He wants all they have to give coming down the stretch, saying, quote, it's not just the big plays. I want to see us making the little plays too, winning the 50-50 balls. That's the effort we need.
All right, Allie, thanks once again. So the first one drops, and that gives him a lead. So he gets them both. And it's a 2-point ball game.
Well, in a game this tight, you can't overlook how important those free throws could be.
Morris, a screen on Bain. George passes to Morris. Now here's Leonard. Fades away. Pass to Zubac. Count it, and one. He'll have a chance in a 3-point play. Ja Morant picks one up. And the free throw, no good. Moran against Jackson. Moran with the slam!
Great to see guys who don't back down under pressure.
To me, more often than not, when you attack, good things happen.
For three, George. Leonard for three. Oh, he drained it from downtown.
Absolutely no fear. Kawhi Leonard welcomes these moments. He relishes these moments.
Timeout call. Memphis. They're losing by 1. 20 seconds left in the fourth quarter. All right, guys, what's your take?
This is where your coaching is so important. They need a really good play now.
Well, this is a chance to take the lead. So you've got to draw up a play to make it happen.
Up top, Moran. Pass to Bain. And no surprise here. At this stage of the game, they're going to use the coach's challenge to make them take another look at the call.
And even with the coach's challenge in place, we've seen so many of these personal foul calls.
Previous days,
Video review.
There's no doubt there's going to be a gray area in a lot of these calls. But at least we have the option to take a second look, so the officials can be sure they get it right.
the ruling on the floor is confirmed.
And they've made their decision. The call will stand.
And as much as it hurts to lose a challenge, I think Coach would challenge that call again if he could. He really disagreed with the foul, and he's still peeved.
Take a break. Good shot.
And no good as the first free throw misses. We'll see if he can hit the second. And he's able to hit the second one. And that ties this game up.
Boy, the missed free throw there keeping this game at even. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them.
Time called here. The Clippers decide to talk it over. There's 10 seconds left in the fourth. Leonard passes to Morris. Oh, no good! Oh, had a chance to win it right there. Couldn't get it to fall. Regulate. Glad to have you with us as we get going in overtime. Neither team giving an inch in this game. Here we go. And here's Morant. The two-way threats of George and Leonard are the wing pair. Morris and Zubac play together in the front court. And it's Jackson in at the one spot. And the shot goes.
Listen, there is a touch and a confidence about Steven Adams. If he's in the paint, he will get it done.
Zubac with a screen on Morant. Jackson pass to Zubac. And here's Jackson. And stolen by Morant. And now the Grizzlies on the run. It doesn't go for him. So the Clippers will take it the other way. Morris with it. He's picked up by Bain. Jackson pass to George. Leonard outside. Great D that time from Bain.
Oh, gritty defense. Protecting the rim at all costs against a guy who has all sorts of ways to finish.
Morant pass to Adams. Here's the second effort. Now Bain. Jackson on the wing. Up top Brooks. Guarded by Morris. Clock at 4. Here's Jackson. Here's Adams. Oh, persistence pays off as they finally hit a shot. Adams has got 4 points now in the quarter. We are at OT. A minute and a half gone by, and what has been a great one. For Memphis, they've gone 2 for 5 here in OT. Hey, the pass to Adams. Banked it in off the glass. And the Grizzlies lead by 6.
They're going at it on offense. Neither team backing down.
I'll tell you, we have seen great execution from both teams. Neither one giving an inch here.
Here's Morris. And he can't bank that one in.
Listen, simply put, he's got to finish that. It's not like the defender was right on top of him.
Morant pass to Jackson. And the dunk by Jackson.
You can really feel the momentum swinging in their direction.
You want to continue to build on this lead. Right now, still a little too close for comfort.
George against Bain. George passes to Leonard. And they get it. They get it back. Zubac. Back to George. Another shot. Out to Leonard. Fades and shoots. And again, no good by the Clippers. Here's Jackson. Outside Bain. Back to Jackson. Outside Morant. From deep. And they recover it. Back to Jackson. It's off. And so it's Memphis winning this one. All right, Allie, thank you. And that about wraps it up for Doris Burke. Allie.
Reds.
Tip-off goes to Minnesota. And the starting lineup for the Timberwolves. Backcourt guards are Russell and Edwards. Underneath in the post, Towns and Gobert. And it's Prince in at the 3.
You rarely see him missing dunker, but the defender was right in his face on that one, and it threw him off just enough.
Last season, Clark, the Timberwolves snapped a 3-year playoff drought.
An important milestone for this squad, Kevin. I mean, it shows they're ready to compete in the postseason. That's huge and speaks to just how far this team has come.
Really no idea why you're fouling in a situation like that. You know, maybe there's some bad blood between those two.
Yeah, but that's no excuse for that kind of foul. I mean, that might be an explanation for it, but certainly doesn't justify it. And even then, it's just not a good play.
Now here's Prince. Towns wide open. And it's off from three-point range. Jackson passes to Zubac. And the dunk by Zubac.
That's the efficiency you want to see from Jackson. Using his poise and vision to make a play.
And Edwards with the stop.
Whoa, that'll wake you up.
He is such a great athlete.
No question about it. He's very comfortable in the air. Dunks like that, no problem for him.
Now here's Jackson. Leonard from deep three-point land. And he's way off from outside. And we're about a minute and a half into the first quarter. Edwards passes to Towns. Stolen by George. Outside Jackson. Outside for George. Good on the three-point shot.
Nice setup for one of the game's best shooters. Paul George, cash money on the catch and shoot.
Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Pass to Towns. Back to Russell. It's hauled in by the Clippers.
Well, I cannot believe he didn't capitalize there. And neither can he.
It's tipped. Jackson finds George. Back to Jackson. Morris outside. 6 on the shot clock. Shoots over Towns. And here's Leonard from 3. It's rebounded by Towns. Timberwolves trail by 3. Now the pass to Edwards. Out left to the wing. Here's Russell with the 3. Buries the long-range jumper.
Boy, you look at D'Angelo Russell. He's got a sweet stroke. The lefty can knock it down from 3, but always seems to be playing at his pace, under good control.
Now here's Jackson. Outside, George. Kicks it out to Leonard. Los Angeles needs to get off a shot here. Takes the 13-footer, and it's off the back rim. No good. It's Gobert with the ball for Minnesota. Here's Towns. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Morris.
Yeah, gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
Clearly a careless pass. He got away with one there.
And we're approaching about 3.5 minutes played in the first quarter. Russell kicks to Prince. It's Edwards on the wing. Just 4 to shoot. The Timberwolves need to get a shot off here. Towns with 3, and the shot goes down.
That one looking good the whole way, guys. I mean, for a young center, Towns very mindful of his shot mechanics.
Hey, guys, how about the dominant young career Karl Anthony Towns is having?
Very few can dominate like he can, Kevin. Towns is a monster. I mean, averaging a double-double every year of his career so far. So valuable in what he brings to the table.
Off the left rim and out. Minnesota's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Outside, Russell. Shoots the 3. Towns dishes to Russell. Back to Towns. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
Well, I like the way Towns plays such a physical style. It's tough on the officials, but fact that he doesn't mind initiating contact gets him to the stripe.
For the Clippers organization, GA, what do you think the goal is?
Well, it's clear to me, Kevin, get to the NBA Finals. The Clippers have never made it there, and I think a trip to the Finals is within reach of this group. They just need to stay healthy.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. This is his first free throw of the game. No good on the free throw. And the second free throw, good. 27 seconds left to play in the first quarter. Russell against Jackson. Prince outside. Three-pointer. It's hauled in by the Clippers. Right side, George. And here's Leonard from 3. That shot missing. 1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one so far. Timberwolves lead by 3. And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And looking at what we've seen from the Timberwolves, what do you guys think?
You got to credit their defense, communicating, rotating, making plays on the ball.
They've got them rattled. It's only the first quarter, and already they've made enough big plays on defense to last really an entire game.
On the court for the Timberwolves as our second quarter is underway. Underneath in the post, Towns and Gobert. Backcourt guards are Russell and Edwards. And it's Prince in at the 3 spot. And play stops as it looks like they call him over the back here.
And he drew that call by establishing his base early and then doing a great job at the box out.
Yeah, there are a lot of things that go into rebounding, guys. You need strength, you need positioning, but I think timing and a nose for the ball most important. And I think you're right. That's what got him that call, his physicality and strength.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Some nice ball movement by the Clippers. Leonard. Morris finds Jackson on the wing. George. Passes it to Zubac. Gobert with the defensive effort. Minnesota leading by 3. No one near Edwards as he lets it fly. Good, and as this goes to Towns. Just a few years ago, we saw a lot of teams toying with small ball lineups. But I think you'd agree, unquestionably, big men are back.
You know, Kevin, I would agree because simply when you look at it, there are a lot of really high-quality big guys that can do it inside and out. And so going small is a less frequent approach at this point, and it's one that poses a lot of challenges in my mind.
Edwards against George. That's a 2 from Towns. It's hauled in by George.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Good on the bucket.
And I like the different looks that Morris can give you. Inside, outside, and in transition.
Here's Edwards. The putback. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. And the Timberwolves lead by 3.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Back to Jackson. That one, no good. And Minnesota now the other way. D'Angelo Russell, the second overall pick in 2015.
Yeah, pretty interesting, too, Kevin, that the Lakers traded him after just his second season. It was basically a salary dump. It wasn't about talent because he's got plenty of that, but he was young when he came into the league. He had a reset at age 21 and then went on to rebuild his stock in Brooklyn, making an all-star game there. And by doing that, showed everybody that he could start over.
And he banks in the layup. Russell's got 5 now.
You like what you have there. Russell crafty with the dribble.
Clippers trail by 5. We've got 1:55 left in the first half of basketball. Morris passes to George. From downtown, connects from 3-point range. George has got his second bucket of the game to go.
able to stretch the floor with his shooting. Paul George takes great pride in knocking down those triples.
Deep two from Russell. And too long on the shot. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 2 on three-pointers here in the second quarter. So nobody near Leonard. And another 3 for the Clippers.
And, you know, the improvement we've seen over the years from Leonard has been incredible, especially his three-point shooting.
Edwards drives in. Prince wide open. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Ball's knocked loose. And now Russell pushing it up. No one back to the...
How about this combo, guys? Part super athlete, part contortionist. Pounds continues to impress.
Jackson drives in. And the wide open shot from Morris. No good with the triple. And so Gobert will bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. 4-point game. Prince, the pass to Edwards. Over to the wing. Towns for 3. The rebound by Paul George. George has got 4 rebounds in this game. Morris kicks to Jackson. It's George on the wing. From deep. The shot comes out, and some good action through the first 2 quarters. Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Clippers trail by 4. Wall and Powell are the guard set. Robert Covington out there with Batum, and it's man in at the small forward position. That's who's out there for the Clippers.
You know, when it comes to the Minnesota Timberwolves, for so long, they've struggled to be competitive. But recently, I think they've started to turn things around. I mean, they've got a nice core. They've got a taste of the playoffs recently, and now look to build on that.
And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That was pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
And it's a completely new lineup for Minnesota. Out that one in, and the Timberwolves lead is cut down to just 1 on the bucket from Powell. And for the Timberwolves, Clark getting the #1 pick in the 2020 draft certainly helped their turnaround.
Yeah, that's rocket fuel when you're trying to move up, and they got a good one, a special one in Anthony Edwards. That guy is going to help them take major strides forward. This is an organization clearly on the rise.
Fouled in the act of shooting, gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him. And that sends John Wall to the free throw line. That's on Jaden McDaniels. On the free throw, no good.
Well, there's no denying it. When Wall is healthy, he is still a major threat in this league. I mean, he's lightning quick as a point guard, and he has tremendous defensive instincts.
McDaniels passes to McLaughlin. Just 5 to shoot. To the left wing. Here's Noel. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
I'll tell you what, he came out of that locker room raring to go.
Yeah, really good sign for them offensively. They should keep getting him touches. Make sure he gets shots here.
Pass to man. Powell with it. There's the triple. It's rebounded by McLaughlin. Here's Noel. Guarded by Powell. Noel passes to McLaughlin. Here's Noel. From outside the arc. And with the rebound. Clippers trail by 5. Inside. Stolen by Anderson. Here's the break. Here's Reed. He's over Covington. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Albert Covington picks one up.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
It is. I mean, no reason to back off and give him the layup. I mean, much better off making him go to the line.
Los Angeles has gone 1 of 3 from downtown since halftime. Wall kicks to Powell. Pass to Covington. Fires the three. And he's good on the three ball. Covington's got himself on the board with a three there.
And, you know, whenever Covington is squaring up like that, he's money. Just an exceptional shooter with range for days.
Here's McLaughlin, covered by Wall. Kicks it to McDaniels. Beyond the arc. Another miss by Minnesota. Clippers trail by 4. Powell dishes to Covington. Back to Powell. Right wing. And here's Wall outside. A rebound by the Timberwolves.
And after not playing for a season, John Wall back in action. Bought out by the Rockets, and he signs with the Clippers. If he can get back to where he was, that's a huge win for the Clippers. Could serve as a deadly third option for LA.
There's Noel. The pass to Reed. Powell pulls it in. And it's Wall with the ball for the Clippers. Trailing by 4. And Batum throws it down.
Unselfishness always admirable in a basketball player, and Covington consistent at giving it up when one of his teammates is open.
1:15 left in the third. McLaughlin, the pass to McDaniels. Now Reed, and down it goes, jamming that one home.
Oh, I love watching him flush it home, showing how easily he can get off the ground and bang it.
Wall passes to Mann. Now Powell. Takes it out to Covington. And 2 free throws coming up. Unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Really nice work here from Covington to draw the foul on his way up. He's got a real talent for drawing fouls and getting himself to the foul line.
Wow. What, did he have something in his eye on that shot?
Maybe. Timberwolves leading by 3. 36 seconds left in the third. The kick out to Anderson. Here's Noel. Timberwolves keep it alive. Passes it to McLaughlin. Here's Mann. Nothing yet on the scoreboard for him. Batum wide open. He fires. And he hits it to tie the game up.
The outside stroke of Batum, too nice. He knocks him down in bunches.
Here's McLaughlin. The kick out to Anderson. It'll count. And no luck with that time on the buzzer beater. It's all tied here in Los Angeles. And we're coming. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And the definition of teamwork right there, guys. I mean, what great communication between them, and what a beautiful feed.
For me, next to the big-time alley-oops and monster throwdowns, passes like that are probably the next best thing when it comes to sweet-looking NBA highlights.
3/10 quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we begin the fourth. On the court for Minnesota. 2 big men inside. Towns and Gobert. Court guards are Russell and Edwards. And it's Prince in at the 3, the small forward. Prince in the corner. That's the 3 fly. The offensive rebound. Gobert. Back to Edwards. Misses from close range. The Clippers trail. George with no one around. That's good, and it's Jackson with the assist that time. Jackson's got 4 assists in the game. Left side, Edwards. And it's sent back by George. Edwards kicks to Russell. Pass to Towns. Just 5 on the clock. Second shot opportunity. Edwards with another miss.
And there have been some terrible shot choices here, Kev. That's not a good look at all.
George passes to Zubats. Back to George. to the middle. Takes it out to Leonard. Jacks up a three. A three-pointer is right on target. Leonard's got the lead up to 4 now for the Clippers.
It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc. Boy, it's been a three-point barrage. They came out gunning and have not stopped.
Trying to break that ice-cold streak, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here.
Yeah, and you know, when Edwards is aggressive, I think it forces defenders to try to get physical back, and when he's close to the rim, he usually is able to draw the foul as a result.
And he's good on the second. Los Angeles leading by 3. Jackson deciding where to go with it. And Kawhi Leonard with this slam.
Boy, a wicked dunk by Leonard, showing this defense just how explosive he can be.
Timberwolves have gone 1 of 5 from the field here in the fourth. A lot of misses, just the one make. Back to Russell. Prince outside. Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist.
Confident and composed on the three-point shot at a critical juncture.
A little over 2.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth quarter. George, that's a 2-pointer. They grab their own miss. Leonard kicks to George. It's Jackson atop the key. Clock at 6. On the wing, Morris. Pass to George. On deep. The rebound by Prince.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Well, that looked to me, guys, like a heat check. It was maybe a step out of his range.
Leonard the pass to Zubac. And out of bounds as the Timberwolves gain possession.
That could be costly. When the game is hanging in the balance, the last thing you can afford is to turn it over.
Edwards against George. And finished off by Edwards.
At every level, Edwards has been the go-to guy for his team. It's in his DNA.
Edwards against George.
First team.
And that hurts as he doesn't get the first one to fall. Trying to focus now on the second.
Wanting to prove the doubters wrong, George welcomes the chance to come through at the stripe. Yeah, one more make would have been nice, but they do walk away with the lead.
Edwards kicks to Prince. Back to Edwards. And the foul called on Edwards. That's foul number 2 for him.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
Heads-up action there. Reading the play and then beating him to the spot. Well done.
Jackson against Russell. Here's Zubac. No good there. Timberwolves go the other way with it. Here's Edwards. Money!
You just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
Cool, calm, collected, and confident in the biggest moment of the game. Yes, George.
And again, it's the Clippers missing.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
You know, guys, it seems to me as though he's over-anxious. He seems to be pressing, trying too hard, moving too fast. Just needs to calm himself down and wait for good shots. He doesn't bleed blood, but he bleeds cold blood ice. Russell tearing hearts out down the stretch.
To the inside. Towns with the steal. 4 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. From deep, Prince. And another 3 for Minnesota.
And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Yeah, you get the sense that they're going to start stretching this lead out a little bit.
A 3 from Morris. Got it. And now they trail by just 4.
And that's a clutch bucket by Morris, showing the team they can count on him down the stretch.
Russell with it. From deep 3-point range. No good there. And so it's the Timberwolves who come up.
Can execute your system, especially when you're in the playoffs.
So the opening lineup for the Timberwolves. The backcourt, it's Russell and Edwards. Towns and Gobert, the towering big men at the 4 and the 5. And it's Prince in at the small forward position. And for the Grizzlies, Bane and Brooks out on the wing. Inside, it's the pair of Jackson Jr. and Adams. And it's Morant in at the point guard position. Now here's Russell. Outside Edwards, just 5 to shoot. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. Outside Morant. Brooks outside. Back to Morant. Oh, nice fake, but the layup's off the mark.
In the 2021-22 season, we saw Ja Morant go from a star to a bona fide superstar, averaging over 27 points, 6 assists, and 5 rebounds.
And the ball out of play. The Grizzlies will have it. About a minute into this first quarter. He's in the books. Now 1 for 2. Well, Smitty with Morant. His ascension into superstardom was quicker than expected.
BA, before he tweaks his knee, he was in the top 5 for the MVP race, putting himself among the league's elite at the age of 22. And with his passion, he's only going to get better.
Prince can't hit. Brooks outside. Pass to Jackson. Outside for Morant. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Memphis needs to get off a shot. Here's Brooks. No good off the back of the rim. Here in the first quarter with about 2 minutes gone by. Pass to Prince. Outside Edwards.
If you look back to the Grizzlies postseason last year, there's one thing to remember. For most of their core guys, that was only their second trip to the playoffs.
First one falls for him. Well, for that very young Grizzlies team, I'm thinking that playoff experience last year was invaluable, Smitty.
BA, no question. For every playoff game a young player gets under his belt, the more prepared he is for the next playoff run.
What? Wait. Hey, dunks are always for the big boys.
Emphatic move by the point guard.
Forget just laying it in. He wanted to make a statement.
That is a rarity. When he takes flight, he usually hammers it home.
Takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
With the ball in his hands, Ja draws so much defensive attention. Got his teammate a clean look.
Outside for Russell. Towns for three. Gobert. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
I always love the hard work on the glass. Just great activity.
Outside Bane. Pass to Brooks. Beyond the arc. Bearing his second of 3 attempts.
A big-time ISO player in college, Brooks has shown the ability to play off the ball at this level.
Edwards, a pass to Towns. Edwards against Bane. Gobert. Oh, and Gobert powers it home.
He just rises up and throws it down hard with one hand.
That is such a go-to move for him. He holds nothing back on those. Now here's Adams. Looking for his first basket still in this one. Moran against Russell. And it's Towns with the power finish.
And this is exactly how Russell does solid assist numbers. I mean, just great delivery on that play.
Moran against Russell. Adams throws it down, and the official calls a foul. It may be a three-point play. That one on Russell. All right, guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Grizzlies.
For me, they made a point to attack inside early in the game, and it's paid off for them. A lot of solid looks in the paint.
And I just love playing on teams like this, passing teams. You can tell they really like playing with each other, and hopefully they keep this up.
And stolen by Gobert. And here we go, the Timberwolves on the run, and Edwards slams it in.
The hands of Gobert are consistently moving, which is why he comes up with these steals.
Pass to Bane. Outside Moran. Now Jackson. Doesn't go for him. Good work defensively by Towns. And Edwards, here we go. And it goes. As the official calls the foul, count it, and he'll shoot one more at the line. Throw good, Edwards. Now here's Moran. Pass to Jackson. Well, a good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Timberwolves ahead, leading by... Yeah, this has been a fairly close game through the first quarter. We'll see what happens here in the second. All right, let's quickly break down the game. What we've seen so far from the Timberwolves, guys.
Well, there's no reason to take risky shots when you can collect points at the rim.
Especially at the start. You want to get something positive going and establish your rhythm.
Brooks and Jackson, the defensive forward pair. Moran and Bane in the backcourt together. And it's Adams in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's the group for Memphis to kick off the second quarter. Moran against Russell. Pass to Edwards. Back to Russell. Gobert with a screen on Moran. Russell to pass to Edwards. Just 5 to shoot. Over Bane. And too long on the shot.
Probably not the shot they had in mind, but you can't fault him. He had a clean look.
And he takes that one up and powers it through.
You see the impressive leaping ability. Bane getting off the ground with ease.
And we played through the first minute here in the second. Outside Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
Did you see that? That was one of the best moves I've ever seen.
Picture perfect execution. He was focused and refused to be denied. Last season, we saw some shocking single-game performances, Smitty. Several stars had 45-plus point nights, or even well above that.
We are, BA, and I think because a lot of the three-point shooting adds to a lot of buckets. It's a shooter's league right now. Prolific scorers are rising to the top.
Man, that's his shot. Maybe he was too wide open.
Here's Adams. The shot comes out. Now Minnesota takes it the other way. Back to Bane. Tries yet again. Perfect night so far. 2 for 2.
You like how Adams surveys the whole floor, allowing him to spot the wide open man.
Edwards against Bane. Now here's Edwards. He's closely guarded. Pass to Prince. Back to Russell. And it's Bane with the rebound.
It can be a little disheartening when you do everything right and come away with nothing.
They now take the lead. Morant's got 6.
Look how Ja just glides through the contact. He's such a nimble player. And some will remember that Desmond Bane was the last pick in the first round in the 2020 draft, which is something he has used as motivation over the years.
I just love the aggressive finish.
I'm thinking he's sending a strong message with that jam. Pass to Jackson. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. You know, it's clear now that teams are kicking themselves for not picking Bane earlier in the draft.
BA, the reason why he's proven that he can be a huge part of the rotation. A lights-out three-point shooter and rugged defender. A player any team would love to have.
Morant against Russell. Here's Edwards. And he can't get that one. Ooh, some solid defense from Adams. For Memphis, they've got 3 of 6 shots to go here in the second quarter. Morant, the pass to Jackson. Rebound, Minnesota. Gobert's got 4 rebounds now. Inside, tries to keep it alive. And now the Grizzlies on the run. Here's Bane. Oh, a clear foul there on the missed shot. So he'll get a pair at the line.
Trouble for the defense on this drive. Desmond gets physical and gets fouled.
And Bane drops them both.
I'll tell you, he doesn't give points away. Excellent job from the line.
Edwards against Bane. Pass to Prince. The kick out to Edwards. Oh, Adams with the block.
That's the length of Adams, but also the good instincts defensively.
Brooks, and he jams it home with authority.
Oh, not the defensive effort they need to cut into the lead.
For a good call, you have to at least try to protect the rim.
Also, if you can't get stops at this point, it really doesn't matter what you do at the offensive end.
The shot by Russell, no good. Memphis with the ball. They're on a 12-4 run. Oh, and he brings it down with a two-handed jam.
Good athlete, 37-inch vertical. Brooks aggressive above the rim.
Pass to Edwards. Gobert with it. And the ball out of bounds. Last touch by Edwards. And the dead-eye shooter, Mike Miller, here to support his former team, the Grizzlies.
Hey, the Rookie of the Year back in 2001 for the Magic, but traded to Memphis and had the finest seasons of his career in a Grizzlies uniform.
Jackson on the wing. Now Morant, three-pointer, Brooks. The shot won't fall. 6-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Edwards with it, guarded by Morant. Edwards pass to Gobert. And he lays it up and in. Gobert's got 6.
Inside Gobert is a nightmare with his height. It's tough to create good coverage.
Outside Morant. Jackson outside with 1 on the clock. With the drive. Oh, no good on the last second attempt there. And a pretty tightly contested game here as we end the first half. It's the Grizzlies. They're up by 5. We'll see you after halftime. We've got second half action for you, and if the next couple of quarters are similar to the first, this one could go down to the last possession. Boy, you gotta like what we're seeing from Anthony Edwards.
I like how they control the tempo and play to his strengths.
And many of those quality shots have been jumpers. A very high percentage of those in the first half.
Kicking off the second half, here's Chris Finch's 5. We've got McDaniels, Jordan McLaughlin out there with Jalen Noel. Then there's Kyle Anderson, and it's Reed in at the center position, locking down the middle. Down low. Pass to Noel. To the left wing. Here's McLaughlin. Hits the trifecta. McLaughlin's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
You just can't afford to leave open shooters in this league. Everyone is practicing the 3.
On the wing, Conchar. Six on the shot clock. Here's Jones. Minnesota with a rebound. And if you're just joining us, we've played just over a minute here in the third. Here's McDaniels. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. They'll pin that foul on Danny Green.
Hey, if you can't block it, sending him to the line can be the next best thing.
And it's tied up with that one. Here's Jones. Well, no scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Pass to Conchar. And we're about a minute and a half in the second half. Yep, that one goes. And the Grizzlies lead by 2. Minnesota shooting 53%. Good efficiency on offense so far. Here's McLaughlin, defended by Jones. Minnesota with the ball. They've only allowed 2 points so far in the second half. Just 5 on the clock. For the lead. Noel, no good for Memphis. They've gone just 1 of 3 in the second half. Williams with it. Picked up by Reed. On the wing, Conchar. Back to Clark. Outside Jones. From outside, off the mark. Minnesota has gone 1 of 2 shooting from the perimeter since halftime. Pass to Noel. To the paint. McLaughlin's shot is good. McLaughlin's got 5 now.
It's not easy to work the ball inside in this league, but they've done it all night.
Here's Conchar. Now Green. Here's Noel. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game from him. Right side McDaniels. 6 to shoot. And stolen by Clark. Williams on the wing. Pass to Conchar. Stolen by Anderson. Here's Noel. And the officials call goaltending, so they'll award the basket.
I mean, he had the right idea, but his timing was just a little off, and it resulted in a goaltend.
Timeout call, Memphis.
your Grizzlies,
1:46 left in the third quarter. Outside, Williams. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for two.
Well, that was clearly a foul.
And the first one at the line is good. And Williams drops them both. 1:35 left in the third. Pass to Noel. And Danny Green gets the whistle that time. That's foul number 2 for him. There's 1:26 left in the third. Here's McLaughlin, defended by Jones. Now here's Reed, 14 feet away. Rebounded by Green.
Hard to turn down a look that good. Still, long twos are losing favor, and misses like that are the reason why.
Back to Williams. Pass to Green. On the wing, Conchar. To the inside, Clark. Oh, Clark with the slam.
Explosive leaping ability allows him to play the 5, even though he's a little undersized.
Here's McLaughlin, defended by Jones. Here's Noel. From behind the arc. McLaughlin's shot is good. McLaughlin's got 8 here in this quarter. Neither team has been able to assert its dominance over the other.
Yeah, the struggle is real tonight. 7 lead changes and still in the third quarter. He's just an aggressive finisher there inside.
Hey, when you got bounce like that, you feel like you can take on anybody. 6-second difference between the shot clock and game clock. Pass to Anderson. Back to Noel. Grizzlies with the rebound.
I'll tell you what, I think he thought that was going in. I sure did.
And there's the foul. It'll go on Tyus Jones. That's his first foul of the game.
And just a great job of getting there first and absorbing the contact.
Seven seconds left in the third. Here's Edwards. The shot, no good. It's still anybody's game as we reach the end of 3. It's the Grizzlies up 1. And we'll have the start of the fourth quarter for you as soon as we get back. Well, what a terrific game it's been so far. With this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. The Timberwolves trail. Moran and Bain in the backcourt together. Brooks and Jackson, the defensive forward pair. And it's Adams in at the center position. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis. Outside Edwards. Pass to Prince. 5 on the clock. Here's Gobert. Double clutches. Outside Morant. Oh, there's Morant with the slam.
They have a never-give-up attitude.
Well within striking range. Now is when you have to lock in at both ends.
Back to Edwards. Gobert with it. All alone. Buries the jump shot.
The jumper is becoming part of his game. Rudy Gobert has added this element to his offense.
Outside for Brooks. Pass to Bain. The 3. Memphis the rebound. Jackson outside. And they'll get another chance. Outside Morant. Outside for Brooks. Jackson on the wing. No good on the 3. Crafty move. And Edwards slams it in. This is the very definition of a back-and-forth contest.
Yes, neither side taking its foot off the gas. I'm expecting a spectacular finish.
Jackson down low. Towns on him. Moran against Russell. Morant, no good. For Minnesota, they've gone 2 of 3 to open the fourth quarter. Morant against Russell. Drives to the hoop. And he banks in the layup. And it's a 3-point Timberwolves lead.
The speed of Russell on full display. Love watching him turn on the jets and get to the cup.
Outside Morant. And stolen by Edwards. Fourth quarter play. We're about 2.5 minutes through it now. Pass to Prince. Outside Russell. 6 on the shot clock. And it's blocked. Right out of the air and controls it. Bain finds Morant. Back to Bain. A shot to stop the drought. Good. And the setup by Morant. Morant's got his 5th assist in this one.
Desmond Bain is a good option in these situations. Way to come through.
Edwards against Bain. Edwards, a pass to Towns. Back to Edwards. Brooks with the rebound.
You love to see guys challenge one another like that. Advantage to the defense that time.
Here's Morant. Yes, they get the go-ahead bucket. And the Grizzlies lead by 1.
Calling for the ball in crucial moment. Morant steps up when it matters most.
Here's Edwards. And they get it back. Pass to Towns for 3. Grizzlies with the rebound. Brooks has got 4 rebounds in the game. And here's Adams. Covered by Towns. Brooks outside. Towns against Jackson. Outside for Morant. The putback. It's good on the putback.
The young fella, Jaren Jackson, has showed us the ability to step up and make big shots.
To the right side. Edwards against Bain. Fires from deep. And it's good. Oh, a tremendous 3. We're tied.
Oh, whoa, that is as clutch as it gets. Big time play.
This is why we all watch. The NBA is about these moments.
Back to Morant. Outside Bain. To the middle. Ooh, plenty of contact on that shot. Officials call the foul, and he'll take 2 free throws now. Rudy Gobert picks one up.
An exciting player with a bright future. Morant knows he has to come up big when needed.
That's good. Going 1 of 2 from the line. And that gives him a lead.
I'm sure he wanted to hit all his free throws, but at least he gave his team the lead.
Just 2 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. Edwards, a pass to Russell. He connects!
Clutch performance by Russell. He keeps his cool and just zeroes in on finding his shot.
Timeout call. Memphis. They're behind by 1. There's 14 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Guys, what do you think?
This is where your coaching is so important. They need a really good play now.
These are the plays that people remember. I can't wait to see what he has devised.
And here's Morant. Bain, pass to Adams. And he commits the intentional foul.
You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
Oh, he doesn't hit the first. That was the one they really wanted. He's got one more, though.
You know, if you're a center in this league and you're on the floor at the end of games, teams will target you if you can't make free throws.
He was definitely disappointed. He couldn't put his team up in front, but at least he knotted this one up.
And Minnesota calls time here. The 3 from Russell. Oh, it's off the mark. Here we go to overtime. Time expires. We're going to overtime. We'll take a quick break and then get you back to the action. boy, these teams have battled tooth and nail for 4 quarters. Now we're headed to overtime. This one should be fun. Morant with it. Towns plays the 4 with Gobert in the middle. The backcourt, it's Russell and Edwards. And it's Prince in at the 3, the small forward. Morant, the pass to Jackson. And the dunk by Jackson.
Converting around the rim is just effortless for Jackson. He could play on my team any day.
Bain against Edwards. That one's off. And he sinks the second. Memphis leading. Outside Morant. On the wing, Brooks. Back to Bain. Let's go with a 3. The shot no good. And it's the Timberwolves taking it the other way. Pass to Prince. Edwards against Bain. Now here's Towns. Tightly guarded. And it's Towns with the power finish.
And in the big moments, Towns ups the ante, which allows him to knock down the important shots.
Out to the right wing. Pass to Brooks. Now here's Jackson. 4 on the clock. Outside for Morant. That basket is good. Off the assist from Jackson. And the Grizzlies lead by 1. Just over a minute and a half played here in overtime. Edwards finds Russell. They grab their own miss. Gobert, no good. The Grizzlies have gone 2 of 3 from the field as OT gets going. Morant pass to Jackson. Back to Morant. Pass to Jackson. Played it in with a nice touch off the window. Jackson's got 4 points in the quarter.
Love the shot selection Jaren Jackson has, especially from the interior. It's why he's so efficient.
Here's Prince. There's the triple. Up again. Great positioning on the putback.
Stepping up big. Gobert showing why he's considered a cornerstone for this franchise.
Morant pass to Bain. And connects from downtown.
You know that he's always going to find a way to get the ball in tight situations like that and knock it down.
Out to the right wing. Here's Prince. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Memphis with the ball. And stolen by Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
Look at the unselfishness by Prince. Doesn't have what he wants. Keeps the ball moving.
And they foul intentionally. Now they're going to have to do that again. They're not in the penalty just yet.
Yeah, just a must-foul situation to stop the clock.
And now they decide to foul intentionally. He drops the first one, and that makes it a 3-point lead.
And it's critical Morant steps up in the important points in the game. This is his time to shine.
And Minnesota calls time here. They're down by 3. 15 seconds left in the first overtime period. And so it's Minnesota with it. Here's Prince. Outside Edwards. 3-pointer. No good from 3-point range. And so it's the Grizzlies who come out on top here. They escape with the W, even though they needed a few extra minutes to pull it off.
And both teams.
Tandem for him, Morris and Zubats. And it's Jackson in at the point guard. And for Memphis, at the forward spots, it's Brooks and Jackson Jr. In at the guard spots, Morant and Bain. And it's Adams in at the 5 down low. You know, Greg, when you look at these rosters, both teams have lots of quality players and very deep benches.
And with the pace we see in games, it really helps to have more legs to run. Each of these coaches have a lot of options, so it'll be interesting to see how they play the matchups.
He's getting his first free throw attempt of the game here. Jackson against Morant. Brooks outside. Outside for Jackson. Stolen by George. And it's Paul George with the finish.
Well, not only looking at Paul George get up, look at the guys on the bench. Loving it from PG.
Outside for Jackson. On the wing, Bain. Drives to the hoop. And they immediately answer back with the dunk at the other end.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Yeah, the big man not going to slow him down from getting that deuce.
Plenty of daylight on that shot.
Paul George doesn't just score. He can pass it as well. He's a great all-around player.
And you just look at what Marcus Morris has done in his career.
Well, such a solid forward in the game right now, averaging over double digits in the last 8 years. But it's been that expansion and the fact that he can step behind the three-point line and be as deadly as he's been the past couple seasons. It's been a remarkable, consistent offensive production for his career.
Now Morris. Paul George missing from long range. Launches it. Brooks grabs the board. Grizzlies have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Morant left side. Bain passes to Adams. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
Takes a lot to alter Steven Adams' shot, especially when he's operating in the painted area.
Jackson from long range. Can't hit that one.
Looks like the game plan is they're willing to give him that kind of shot. It worked out for them this time, but if they give it to him again, I bet 3 points are coming.
How about the handles from the young fella? Give Morant credit for taking the initiative and capitalizing.
Out to Morris. Pass to George. The 3. Traps in the tray. George has got 5 points so far. We've seen the lead change hands quite a bit in this one.
And guys, I think each team knows they can win this game. Just a matter who can catch that momentum.
Jackson misses.
There's a little bit of pressure on him, but not enough to cause him to miss a shot that's in that close.
That bucket in no time at all.
The defense has got to try to hassle Kawhi Leonard as much as they possibly can, especially at the arc. He's too accurate.
Now here's Adams. Sweet move. Memphis moving that ball around.
Part of the lean years in Los Angeles, I was there. It's incredible to see that this franchise has become a better winning percentage team than the Lakers in the past decade.
No good on the second free throw.
Well, Adams has his struggles at the free throw line, but he's making strides in that area and still has work to do.
Changing ends quickly. He's rewarded with a high percentage look.
Yeah, the defense trying to do their best to slow him down, but when he gets room like that, you got to look out.
That one drops for him. And Brent, that Clippers turnaround, did you see that coming?
I mean, not in this way, Kevin. Certainly, it's been a lot of Paul George getting aggressive, showing us some power that time as he's able to get to the rim.
outside. Stolen by Zubac. Got a piece of it. Leonard with the ball. He's picked up by Morant. And the rejection by Jackson. Morant looking around. And the dunk by Jackson.
A point who knows his role. Ja loves setting guys up, always looking to pass it.
Outside for George. That's good. And it's Jackson with the assist that time. Jackson's got 3 assists in the game. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. And oh, here we go with George. Nobody back. And it's Paul George with the finish.
Paul George more and more comfortable at creating some offense for himself using the bounce.
Outside Jackson. And they're scoring pretty well as we conclude the first quarter. Clippers lead by 9. Please give a big round of applause for your Grizzlies. And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for Los Angeles.
They have started this game looking to push the tempo, and it's working for them. Great job of scoring in transition.
They've really attacked off of the turnovers, so leaking out and capitalizing on fast break stuff.
In at the guard spots, Morant and Bain. At the forward spots, it's Brooks and Jackson Jr. And it's Adams, and at the 5, roaming the paint. That's the group for Memphis to kick off the second quarter.
And the flush from Jackson Jr. Great wingspan, and at 6'11", he's got a little nasty in it.
On the wing, Morris. Kicks it out to Leonard. George dishes to Leonard. Inside, Zubac. And the dunk by Zubac.
Go ahead and try to stop Kawhi Leonard, and he'll just move the ball to the open man.
You know, you appreciate Zubac's focus on close-range looks as a big man.
Well, Zubac's one of those big centers that's burly and tough and rugged on the inside. And while other bigs are searching that three-point line out, Zubac's looking to get deep into the paint. And look at his shooting percentages over the past couple of seasons, up around 60%. Good shot selection, great consistency.
And this is where Jackson feasts. And at times, he's just too overwhelming for the D, which results in the foul.
That one falls, so he hits both of them. And when people talk about defense, the term boxes and elbows comes up a lot. Great for our audience. Can you explain what that's about?
It's a great point, Kevin. And listen, the 2 defenders on what we call the boxes, that's down in the low post area. You see those 2 boxes down at the end of the free throw line. And then you have the 2 defenders on the elbow. So that's the edge of the free throw line. The idea to close down the paint. And everybody out of the way. I mean, clear the lane. We got some rims to wrap.
What a sensational play to get to the rack for the slam. Jackson, that's good.
Well, the defense wasn't ready for Jackson to pull that quick one.
So timeout called here. The first for Memphis. The Grizzlies trail by 13. Morant outside. The drive by Bain. Jackson has the open look. Nailed from three-point land. Jackson's got 9 points.
Quick thinking from Jackson. When he's rising and firing fast, you know he's in the zone.
Here's George driving the lane.
And he has his fingerprints all over this first half. He is just shooting it so efficiently.
Outside, Bain looking for Adams. He gets it there. That's his second shot and his second basket. He's 2 for 2.
Steven Adams, a workhorse down low like that. Once he's got position, he'll want the ball.
Jackson kicks to George. Lets it go with a 3. And again, Los Angeles with a triple.
Another good play. This is how they built the lead, calling on the right guys at the right time.
Basketball IQ is something that gets talked about, but It's importance to a team showing up here, running plays that turn into scores.
Pass to Zubats. Now, here is Morris. Latre. It's good for his second make. He's made 2 of 3 so far.
And the one thing about Moore, he doesn't scare you from beyond the arc, but you still have to account for him.
Outside, Bain. Good, and a nice assist from Morant. He has 6.
Nice answer back there. Love to see the competitiveness.
Yeah, both teams finding ways to the three-point line and trying to take advantage from distance.
Jackson finds Zubats. And the dunk by Zubats.
And those are the kinds of plays that are just killing them right now.
Outside, Bain. Into the lane. Here's Adams. Goes back up. And it's good on the way. Adams has got 4 points in the quarter.
The motor right now for Steven Adams is humming on the glass, getting after it.
There's the steal. And here we go. Fast break and Morant.
Excellent on both ends of that play.
Yeah, the steal was sharp, but the slam topped it off.
And we say it time and time again, so I'll repeat it. Have to be careful with the ball, or this is what happens.
And here's Morris for 3. Cans it from downtown. Morris has got a couple of three-pointers in the second for Los Angeles. Timeout called, the Grizzlies. The Grizzlies trail by 14. 29 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Bain, no good. And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for the Clippers. Nobody near George. No good on the 3. Down low, here's Jackson. And it's good, assisting on the play with Brooks. And that's 11 points for Jaren Jackson.
And that is quickly becoming Jackson's domain. He's such a strong finisher in the paint.
That'll do it for the first half. All right, David, thank you. And stay with us, folks. We'll be back just after halftime in the third quarter. After a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly here in the second. It's been one outstanding game from George.
Well, through the first 2, he has been nothing short of a marksman from deep.
Yeah, you would hope the defense at least would start to consider creeping up on him just a little bit.
So with Leonard on the bench, here's Teron Lewis going with Wall and Powell are the guard set. Albert Covington out there with Batum, and it's man in at the 3. Trains the three-pointer. And the Clippers lead by 15.
And Batum can still knock down threes. He gives you that kind of gravity that the offense relies on.
So Memphis ends up going with the new group. Now the Grizzlies with it. Clark sets a screen for Jones. It's John Wall with the rebound. Clippers leading by 15. For 3. Back to Batum. They get a hand on it. It's stolen by Green. There's Williams. And that one, good. Williams has got his first bucket in this one.
And there's that transition offense. Push the ball up the floor. The defense can't get set, and you can get some easy baskets here.
For 3, Covington. The shot, no good. And the Grizzlies going the other way now. Jones, the pass to Williams, uses the glass to finish the layup. Williams has got 4 points now in the quarter.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Well, just ripping through right there as he finds the open spot and gets right through there. High basketball IQ play.
For Memphis, they have made 3 of 5 free throw attempts.
Numbers last year for them, just about 73%, so the bottom third of the league.
The Grizzlies trail by 10. Left side, Jones. They kick it out to Green. Looking for Clark, and he gets it there. Shoots over Batum. Outside, Jones. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Memphis needs to get off a shot here. Williams, that's good.
I'll tell you, they're right in this. We'll see if they can maintain momentum.
Yeah, this is not the team that we saw in the first quarter right now. Way more confident out there, and the cohesion of the team is impressive.
Back to Powell. This one for 3, and the 3 ball is good. Powell's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball.
An efficient score. Norman Powell can fill it up when given the opportunity.
And he does score from anywhere on the floor, but it's defensive versatility that I think really helps him because he can match up with smaller guards. He can get underneath bigger wings, and that defense really allows him to stay on the floor to complement the other offensive players that are producing.
That's a 2 from Powell. The Clippers keep it alive. Covington kicks to Powell. Wall dishes to Covington. Puts up a 3. And again, it's the Clippers from deep.
And Covington knows this is a big part of his role to knock down threes.
Jones in the post, covered by Wall. Williams passes to Concho. Trying to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Powell kicks to Wall. Pass to Powell. From deep. And out of bounds as Memphis gains possession. The Grizzlies trail by 11. On the wing, Williams. Outside, Jones. To the paint. And it's Clark with the jam.
Quick off the floor and powerful. Clark loves to attack that rim.
Kicks it out to Covington. It's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession. We've got 1:08 left in the third quarter. The shot by Powell, no good.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Here's Williams. Powell pulls it in. Los Angeles leading by 9. Wall passes to Batum.
Memphis value is good. First personal foul. First team foul.
Batum wide open. He fires. Covington passes to Mann. Over Green. Here's Wall. 5 on the clock.
And really, that's why you don't want to go up into the air without a plan. Had no option of what to do with the ball. And made possible by a heads-up play defensively at the other end.
Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. And Wall kicks to Covington. There's the 3. Los Angeles with another miss. Memphis with the ball. They're on a 14-6 run. Williams. And then Williams slams it in.
And I gotta say, sort of surprising. He goes for a slam that difficult when they're trailing.
But still a magnificent move to the rim. With 2 seconds left, it's stolen by Jones. And that does it for the third quarter. Both teams clicking offensively as we approach the fourth quarter. Clippers lead by 5. And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the fourth quarter. What is still anybody's ballgame. Adams is the pivot for him with Jackson Jr. at the 4. The wingmen are Bain and Brown. That was something else.
Yeah, that's fire right there. Morant practicing for the dunk contest. I see you, young fella.
Leonard with the ball. With the shot. And right through it goes.
Yeah, here's a list of things I don't want to do. And right at the top is guard that guy.
Morant against Jackson. Good work defensively by Morris. And so it's Jackson who brings it up for Los Angeles. At one point, they led by 16. Morant against Jackson. Goes up. Brooks, the pass to Jackson. Outside, Bain. The pass to Adams. The second chance effort. Out to Brooks. Leonard with the steal. Morris right side. Leonard finds Morris. And there's the foul. It's on Steven Adams. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
First minute and a half of basketball played here in the fourth quarter. Near the three-point line, it's Morris. No good on the shot, a bit long that time.
I saw a green light there, but he's not going to get away with that kind of lapse all that often here tonight.
Here's Morant. Rebound by the Clippers. Left side, George. Pass to Morris. He kicks to Jackson. Pass to Zubac. And the dunk by Zubac.
Good recognition from Reggie, open teammate.
Timeout called, the Grizzlies. And with an update from the sideline, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Thanks, Kevin. Well, Coach Taylor Jenkins talked to his team during the break. He told them this is gut check time. This is when it gets real and when it gets fun. We're here to play in these big moments. Let's make this one count. Kevin, by my count, that's 5 cliches.
Thanks so much, David. Here's Zubac, and they pick up 2. And it's a 9-point Los Angeles lead. And now we'll get a perspective here on the hustle game, how it's been going for Los Angeles.
All game long, they've had active hands and really out in the passing lanes. That aggression on defense has resulted in a ton of steals.
You also have to admire the way they've gotten out and run in transition. And they've run wide, they've run their lanes, they've been doing it with a great pace. And that's produced some easy scores.
Morant against George. And he goes big with the jump right over Jaren Jackson.
How about the handles of a guy like Paul George at his size being able to rip around and has total confidence in his ability to score.
Brooks outside. There's Jackson with the 3. The Grizzlies with another miss.
And on an open look like that, he's very gifted at making the weak coverage pay.
Outside Leonard. Morris with a screen on Brooks. Leonard with the ball. Guarded now by Jackson. A 3 from Morris. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. Jackson kicks to Bain. Out to Morant. We've got 1:23 left in the fourth quarter. Now the Clippers moving it up. Leonard's got the ball. Morris outside. On the wing, George. 5 to shoot. Morris dishes to George. A three-pointer, no good.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Knocks down the 3-ball. Bain's got it back down to single digits for the Grizzlies.
Yeah, that's one way to get back into this game. Keep getting him the ball and let him make the shots.
Jackson kicks to Morris. In the corner, George with it. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Memphis with the ball. Giving up just 8 points in the fourth quarter.
Ooh, that's right in the face of the D.
You know, he dealt with the pressure like it was nothing. The shot and game clock separated by 4. Morris into the lane. Up top, Leonard. And there's a whistle. That goes on Dylan Brooks. That's his first foul.
Second team foul.
12 seconds left in the fourth. Nobody near Leonard. That three off the mark. Back to Bain. Leonard with the steal. So the Clippers with the win. They seem to... All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that'll do it, folks.